moan, whine. OMG, inflation. Oh, my life's so hard. The government's screwing us over with inflation. What a bunch of BS garbage, ignorant crap that I keep hearing on YouTube. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. Time to get some Chipotle, which I'm going to go buy with a devalued dollar because I didn't buy Bitcoin and I'm a clown. But I had a thought as I was sitting there, doing journal entries and stuff like that on my full-time job because I'm a wagey. Inflation. Everybody and their mother has been whining and moaning about inflation. Oh, but trust me, they did not whine and moan about their stimulus checks and child tax credits and unemployment benefits. But apparently inflation is this horrible thing that's just screwing everybody over, and it's so hard to make it now because everything's so dang expensive. And I wanted to give a counterpoint to this wisdom that is apparently on the internet, which is basically just whining and complaining about the government when really it's your fault. But let's talk about how inflation is actually freaking awesome and how I love inflation. So what inflation is that the prices of things tend to go up over time. Basically, there's more money chasing, well, obviously a growing amount of production in an economy. But it's basically more money that's growing. The money supply is growing faster than the amount of goods and services produced by the economy. That's basically it. And when you have inflation, stuff gets more expensive. Stuff costs you more money. You go to the store, your tampons, they used to be $1, and now they're $1.05. So stuff's getting more expensive. And if you have a fixed budget, that's bad, right? You're not getting raises. I guess life is kind of getting a little bit tougher over time. I guess that makes sense to a certain extent. But I also think about the benefits of inflation. So in May of 2020, like the genius I am, I said, I'm going to buy a home in my beautiful Hampton Roads area, a townhouse. People make fun of it, but hey, I'm doing good now. So I bought this townhouse and I got a fixed mortgage with a 2.89% interest rate. And I paid $250,000 for this house. Oh, funny enough, now the money supply and the inflation rate has gone up by a cumulative 30-40% since 2020. But my mortgage payment stays the same. What? So you mean to tell me I'm paying a fixed amount of debt with deflated dollars? That's actually a good thing. The inflation rate is higher than my interest rate. I basically got free money to buy my house. The interest that I'm paying ain't nothing. So I'm actually killing it because now I get to pay my home with deflated dollars. And what do you think? Okay, I think the base mortgage is $1,050 is my mortgage, and then you have to have property tax and insurance, and that bumps it up to like $1,300 something. So I'm paying $1,350 a month, and in the year 2050, when I'm about to pay off the loan, my base mortgage will still be $1,000.50. But what do you think the money supply is going to be? What do you think my salary is going to be? It's going to be so much higher. So the mortgage as a percentage of my income is going to drop massively. Oh, man, inflation sucks. Oh, man. My car payment, I got a van in 2021, I think. Yeah, because my daughter was on the way. So we got my van in 2021. My interest rate was 2.59. It is 2.59. Oh, so I'm paying off my van with deflated dollars, and inflation is higher than my interest payment. Oh, God, that sucks. Now, I work in a high-skill profession, which I guess I'm here because of my privilege. I didn't earn anything that I've done in my life. So in my profession, I can keep getting raises to match inflation. Wow. So I get to increase my income to match inflation. And all the debt that I've taken out, which I guess according to Dave Ramsey is so bad, actually gets cheaper over time because I'm paying that fixed amount of debt with a fixed rate with deflating dollars. And my stock investments, man, the earnings of the companies that I'm invested in on the total world index, that are in the total world index, their earnings go up over time simply because of inflation. I mean, obviously there's real growth too, but inflation plays a role in earnings growth because the company, as goods and services become more expensive, the companies get more revenue. Wow, man, inflation's really awful. So I can increase my income, and basically everything that I'm paying off is cheaper, and my stoinks go up. So can you remind me again how inflation is bad? So yes, at the end of the day, I understand there's some people that are like really struggling out there, and I get it. Okay, some people, they're having a hard time in life. I understand. For the bottom 20%, inflation is probably pretty freaking bad. Okay, but for the average person who has like a decent job or a normal job that can save a little bit of money and acquire assets and take out debt and maybe potentially have a house one day, it's actually not that bad. It's really not that. It's actually beneficial to you, okay? Despite what you may think, because you can keep getting raises and raises and all the debt is cheaper. It's not a bad deal, depending on your life circumstances. And I don't want to hear any excuses, I can't save money. Man, even if you could save $10, you have the ability to own every company in the world for basically free. I don't want to hear any freaking excuses. Or you can always work more. I work a lot of hours. Oh,
we should tax Strongman because he works a lot of hours, and that's not fair because I only work 40 hours a week, and I make less than him.
Shut up, you Democrat scum! Anyway, I'm going to go have my Chipotle, but I just had some thoughts about inflation. Some of you probably get triggered because, you just like to buy into the narratives. Everything's bad. You're screwed. It's over, boyo. We can't get ahead. Blah, blah, blah. Obama or Biden, give me more money. Whatever. All right, talk to you later. Cheers.